Hello, beautiful people. So today is the first day of the self-care workshop and a good place to start if you are at the beginning of your self-care journey and if you are exploring what self-care means to you. So, the questions and the prompt for you today to journal about was to do an audit of your self-care plan now. So, what does your self-care look like at the moment? And you can look at this in three ways. So, what does your self-care look like on a daily basis? So is there anything that you do each day that you consider to be self-care? And then I would like you to look at over the course of a week. So you might not at the moment have any self-care in place on a daily basis, but maybe you do once or twice a week. So what does your self-care plan look like on a weekly basis if you don't have one on a daily basis? Does that make sense? And then looking at the bigger picture, what does your self-care look like on a monthly basis? Are you maybe only having some self-care on a monthly basis? Or even if you have self-care more regularly, is there something special that you do on a monthly basis? So it's it's an audit. It's to give yourself a chance to see what you're doing at the moment and just where you are with it. And you know, in this group, we don't judge you here, but it's also about not judging yourself as well. You may not have any self-care in place at all, and I didn't a few years ago, so that's okay. That's why I'm here to help. That's why this group is here to help. And that's why you're doing this workshop. Okay, so, you know, don't judge yourself either. It doesn't matter. It's about starting from now and how we move forwards and how we build in lots of lovely self-care into your life, because you can have it. So yes, grab your journal. What does your self-care look like now? What do you do? Do you treat yourself to a candlelit bubble bath once a week? Do you do any meditating? Do you do any exercising at home, or do you go out to exercise? Do you go out with friends? Do you go out for a meal? Do you go to the cinema? Anything that is for you, anything that brings you joy, anything that you do because you want to do, not because you have to do. Do you go for beauty treatments? Do you buy yourself a magazine? Do you treat yourself to painting your nails? Do you do gardening because you love it? I mean, we will look at this later on in the week because everyone's self-care looks different. But what do you do now that you might consider self-care? And so self-care is something you do for you because you enjoy it, because you know it's good for your soul, because you know it feeds you and nourishes you and makes you feel good. So yeah, that's your first question and prompt for the day. And the second question and go crazy with this. Have fun with it. It doesn't matter, okay? What self-care would you dream about? What self-care would you love if you had no responsibilities, if you didn't have anything else to do with your day, if you had no work to go to, no children to look after, no cooking, no cleaning, no food shopping, what would you do? How would you spend your time? What would bring you joy? What would you be doing? And if at the minute you think, well, what's the point? I'm never going to achieve it. It doesn't matter. Like, it's really important to dream and to have these big goals and look at this bigger picture. So it's okay. So yeah, really, really tune in. What do you want your self-care to be like? What would you love more of in your life? What brings you joy? What makes you happy? What makes your soul sing? And that will be different for all of you. It is whatever floats your boat. Don't say yoga and meditating because you think you should, because that's what people do. It doesn't have to be that. It doesn't have to be getting a massage. You know, it's personal to you. So really have a think about that. And when I first started on my self-care journey, and when I was asked a similar question, I didn't really know the answer. Because I hadn't had any self-care for so long. I didn't do things that brought me joy and that nourished me. And so I felt like I'd lost myself. I didn't know what I liked. I just didn't know. So it might not be something that you have the answers for straight away. It might be something that you need to ponder and think about over time. And something that helped me was to think about what did I do? I'm just looking, I haven't got much memory left. What did I do before I had children? What things did I used to enjoy before I had children? And then I kind of went from there. So those are my 2 journal prompts for you today. Please feel free to respond in the group. You can do a video, you can do a post, do some vision boards if you want to, get on Pinterest, whatever works for you. So yeah, those are the prompts for you today on this first day of our self-care workshop. Please feel free to share, but also it's absolutely okay not to. Okay, lots of love. Bye.